Hi, everyone. This is Farlace with the Farlace LaShone Financial Group. And today I wanted to share with you this really quick and brief video about drawing the resistance and support lines. This has been one of my saving graces and trading Forex. So I want to show you what has helped me. And a lot of times I'll have my resistance and support lines drawn before the actual lines that the system implements themselves. So I want to show you my strategy and what has helped me in my saving grace. Share my screen right quick. Okay, this is going to be, like I said, a really quick video of how I map out and draw my resistance and support lines when I'm looking at whether it's the indices or it's cryptocurrencies or it's any type of entity that I'm trading. I always do this first. That way I kind of have an idea where the market is going. Okay. Okay, this market is the Bitcoin market. And this is what my screen looked like this morning without the circles. I'm going to show you what the circles mean, but you will draw the other lines that will kind of give you some kind of indication of what the market is going to do. This is not 100% foolproof method, but it kind of gives you at least 75 to 85% maybe advantage of what direction the market is going to go, so you can make better and educated decisions when you trade. Okay, the first thing that I look for when I'm going to plot out or map out my resistance and support lines, I look for where the buy candle and the sell candle have both touched a certain spot multiple times. Let's look at this first area here. As you can see, this is where the sell candle and the buy candle both had a point of resistance. This candle, the body opened up here in actually both instances, but then it went all the way down to the bottom here, but it was rejected. So the body of the candle ended up closing up a lot higher. So if you also look across the way to the right, you can see that it touched that point multiple times across several different buy and sell candles here. Multiple times it touched this area, and it'll either bounce up or it'll bounce down. So that's where I ended up drawing my resistance and support. If you look here, it touched up here, a buy candle and a sell candle. It resisted this area. So I drew my resistance line here. And if you look, I actually had this resistance line drawn before the system actually put in the actual resistance line. So I've gotten pretty good at determining where it's going to be. This resistance line, I wouldn't have never drawn this line if that resistance line was already there. If it's already there, no need of doing double work. So if it's there, I don't draw it. So it wasn't there, so I drew it. But then they came back and they drew it. So I had a pretty good, indication. Hey, this is a pretty good area of resistance. If you notice here, this is the pivot line. Look how many times the buy and the sell candle played around this line. It either hit here and bounced up or hit here and it bounced down. So I noticed though, it would hit this area multiple times. Look how many times the buy and the sell, either it rejected and went up or rejected and it pushed down. But this is a very critical point because it did it multiple times during the day. It tested this line here. It tested this area multiple times here, at least 7, 8, 9 times in this area. Again, it tested it here. Again, it tested it here. Later on that day, it tested it again. So that's a key and keen indication this is going to be a great point of support. So I drew my resistance line here, or support line, whatever you want to call it. So on the same token here, I noticed this area. You notice here, here, here. It will go here and it false breakout, come back down. You notice, go here, you're thinking you're gonna, oh, it's in a buy, I'm gonna go up. I knew not to hit buy because I had already drawn my line. I knew it was going to be a false breakout. I knew not to hit buy. Again, here, hit the pivot line, went up, fizzled out, came back down. And it did that all day. Look, it basically went here, pushed down here. I drew it here because this is a point of resistance too. This was a big turnaround. We call it reversal, a reverse in the trend. It was actually going down. There was a downtrend, and then it hit this point of resistance on the way back up. Resistance on the way down is support. On the way up is resistance. So it hit this area of support going down. On the way back up, this becomes resistance. So you bounce off and you could have hit buy. Went all the way up to here. You knew it was going to fizzle out here. You could have rang the register, as we call it, click take profit. You also knew that it was going to bounce here and wasn't going to go that much further because you had, remember, the past history repeats itself. It leaves clues. You knew it was going to come bounce here, bounce back up, or it was going to stop at the pivot, bounce and come back up. But you knew for the most part it was going to stay around this area, and this was all day. So that's how you can set up your buy. And for those of you that do what they call counter trading, this is how you can set it up once you properly put in your resistance and support lines. That's only after you learn how to do that. You can properly decide, okay, I'll take a buy, I'll take a sell, and do what they call counter trading. But that's only for advanced traders, not for beginning traders. So that kind of gives you an idea how to draw your resistance and support. I have a resistance line here. Why, you ask? There are no candles up here. This is from previous days. Remember, I told you history repeats itself. So from previous days, there was touching here. So I knew that it fizzled out here, and it's probably not going to go any higher than that right now. It's possible, you know, the market is unpredictable, but this kind of gives you some idea what it's going to do. As with any type of indicators or any type of directive, nothing is 100%, but this does give you around 75, 80% advantage, and it has helped me. This is with the Bitcoin market. This is with the US 30. This is what it looked like this morning, and these are where I had some of my resistance and support lines drawn. If you see, I noticed here and here was a critical point. Over here, I noticed that there was some touching, so I drew my line. Why? Because 3 different areas, here, 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 bounce back, bounce back. So I said, this is a strong point. So I drew my line. Also here, you notice the market here, and it did a huge pull up. So that was a perfect time for me to draw my line of resistance and support, because I see that it bounced here and it didn't go any further. But I noticed when it hit this line, that's a huge push up. It went from about 29,358 all the way up to about 29,520. Let's just say 29,500, maybe 30 or 40 if you go all the way up to this top of this candle and then take profit. So that if it hits this, that lets me know once I have my second candle confirmation, I can hit buy, because I know it's going to be a big move to the top. Here, perfect example, history repeated itself. Here, it also tested here, it didn't go any further. It tested here, another move to the upside, move to the upside, move to the upside. So this is a huge point of resistance and support. It has not even drawn the line of resistance. And to test my theory and make sure that I'm on point, come back in a couple days, a day or two, give it a day, maybe 3. and watch you see a resistance line around, remember this number, 29,358. It may be a little bit above, a little bit below, but it'll be around that area. You'll see a resistance and support line. You may even see one here. But remember, I had mine in first, so to let you know, I know what I'm talking about. Maybe even just a little bit. So, but if you notice up here, it broke the line of pivot, but it fizzled out around this line. You notice the buy and the sell kind of played around this area. So I knew to draw my other resistance and support line here. You notice here, lots of playing in this area. Buy, sell multiple times. It actually hit this line, my support line, and I knew it was going up because this is a huge level of resistance and support. And it did just that. And so I also study the candles. That's huge. It lets you know there's going to be a, turnaround in the market. I also use this zig. If you're wondering what is this strange zigzaggy line, that's exactly what it is. It's called the zigzag indicator. And I don't use it on all of my charts. I use it on some just to, test out different things. And so far, this has been very, very helpful because the thing about the zigzag indicator, if it zigs, it must zag. If it zigs, that means it's going up. Zag means it's going down. What goes up must come down. And it's pretty accurate. For example, it may put the line, let's say it may put the line here, but sometimes it may not actually move into here. So what it does, it lets you be alert. Okay, I need to be alert. May not be the first candle, is always, but sometimes it's the second or third candle. So that lets you know I need to be alert. Second, third, maybe fourth candle sometime, I can hit buy or sell. So here you noticed it zigged, went up, it zagged, went down. It did a huge zig. Remember I told you my huge resistance and support line that I drew? It went all the way up. That was a huge zigzag. Plus I had my confirmation and indicator here telling me that the market was going to push up. And my Bollinger Bands. The way that I use the Bollinger Bands, me personally, from just trial and error and many, many times of just studying the market, normally when this candle pushes out, there's going to be pretty much a huge, it's normally the buy and sell candle pushes outside of the Bollinger Bands. That means you can hit sell after your second candle confirmation. So it pushed out here. The next candle was also a buy candle. It pushed out. Then the next candle was also, the next candle was a sell. Both of these candles are outside. That lets me know the market was going down. What also let me know the market was going down, remember, I had my resistance and support. So I knew that before that even occurred. I said, okay, I'm getting ready to hit sell. And look what it did. It went all the way down. Perfect. So now it bounced back up. Remember, I had my resistance and support line here. I knew it was going to push down. You have a double candle indication. I love these tweezer top candles because it's normally always a huge push up or push down. And you noticed these two candles are kind of sticking out of the Bollinger Bands. Remember, I told you when it sticks out, it's kind of an indication of a push up or a pullback. So it sticks out and it went all the way up here. But I know you're saying, hey, this candle is sticking out, but do you see a sell candle? Remember, I said it has to be a buy and a sell sticking out. Remember, this is sticking out, but you didn't get your buy and sell to here. That lets you know to hit sell. So what else let me know? It zigged. So once I get the zig line, I have to get a zag. Remember, anything that zigs must zag. So my zag came, 2 candles out, and it zagged, went down. Okay. So this is just a brief overview of, how I set up my resistance and support. This area here, I haven't drawn it. And I didn't draw it because I want you to see how it looks bare. Here, I see a lot of resistance and support from my buy and sell candles. So I will go in the morning and draw a resistance and support line here. That's in between the 2964 and 2958. And it doesn't have to be exact, just kind of put it in this general area. Why? There is a lot of resistance and support there. That's letting me know when it gets in this area, there's a lot of play. It's either going to push up or push down. I just have to be aware something is about to happen. And it did. It had a huge push up here. So in the morning, I'm going to go in and draw a resistance and support line here. That's going to let me know tomorrow when the market opens, I need to take a look at this area because there's going to be either a push up or a push down, and I can be prepared to take profit. So thank you guys. I hope I've said something to help you in drawing your resistance and support lines. I hope you are a little bit clearer on what to look for and how to implement them into your trading days. If you have any questions, as always, feel free to reach out to me. Thank you. I am Farlace LaShone with the Farlace LaShone Financial Group. Enjoy your day, guys. Bye.